Hi, everybody. It's Dave Berman from Daily Laughers, Laugh of the Day number 683. This is the eighth and final, at least for now, part in the series that's been going for the last, 8 days. Looking at the ways that laughter yoga can teach us things about the three principles: thought, mind, and consciousness, and how the two, thought, mind, and consciousness, the three principles, and laughter yoga come together in the way that I run my coaching practice. So at the end, if this is really speaking to you, you can just reach out with a private message and we can arrange to explore this together one-on-one a little bit further. But in this episode of Daily Laughers, what we're going to look at is the difference between an intellectual understanding and an embodied understanding. So with the three principles, we're saying that our feelings are always giving us real-time feedback about our thinking, that our thinking is always what's responsible for our feelings. And it's always real-time, it's always in the moment. And when we get absorbed in our thoughts may take us into the past or the future. They may seem really real. It's kind of the nature of the mind, is to be like a very convincing movie, and our body acts and responds as if it's for real. But we're not our thoughts. It just feels like who we are. Let that sink in for a moment. We're not our thoughts. It just feels like we are. And when we get caught up in too much thinking, it can create a sense of overwhelm or confusion, or really any emotion, whatever is kind of the way that we're viewing the world in that moment. That's the kind of feeling that we're going to get. And then we may say, oh, well, I've been studying the three principles. I know it's just my thinking, but and then we come up with some explanation. We have a story that's in our head that says, but I really am almost out of money, or I really don't know how I'm going to complete that project by the deadline, or whatever. Like literally whatever. We create these stories to explain to ourselves and often to others how what's going on outside of us really is what's responsible for how we feel this time. Because we know intellectually, we know that that it's just our thinking, and our feeling is responding to our thought. But it's, and so we're always looking for an exception, and that's the intellectual understanding. And when we get caught up in it, it looks real, and it kind of suggests that in that moment we don't know. We think we know how this works, but we don't in that moment. And there's nothing we need to do to fix that. There's nothing wrong with feeling confused or anxious or angry. Like, that feeling is telling you about your thinking in the moment, and your thinking will change. And then so will your feeling. And your feeling is giving you this valuable information. And this is what we mean by an embodied understanding. To be able to follow the wisdom and guidance that your body is providing to you about what's happening in your thoughts. And laughter yoga teaches us in a similar way. So one example is when we practice aches and pains laughter. So you can just, for a moment here, just playfully so I just kicked the desk I'm sitting at, like I stubbed my toe. And it's become so natural and commonplace for me to laugh in response to minor incidents or accidents like that. I told the story from just about a year ago, last time I was in New York, and I was helping my dad move something. It was big and heavy, and it fell on my foot, and I laughed. My dad didn't get it. He said to me, "David, it's okay if you want to swear." Like I need his permission. But I said, "Dad, laughing creates endorphins that increase pain tolerance and actually reduce your perception of pain. I don't think that swearing is going to do that." And I didn't think all this through. I didn't make a conscious choice to laugh. It was a natural response to dropping this heavy thing on my foot that has emerged due to my embodied understanding from practicing laughter yoga. So some of the other kinds of laughter exercises that help teach us this. One is with our hands like this. We've done this in many episodes before. We go ho, 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 ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, 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 ha. Because we often clap ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. So we're breaking it down now. Do it with me and we'll go faster and faster. Ho, 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 ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, 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 ha, ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, ho, ha, ho, ho, ho. And eventually, we just start laughing because we don't have to actually do it right. There's nothing that says it must be done this way. In fact, the point of doing this is to get faster and faster so we confuse ourselves and we just turn to laughing. The embodied understanding excuse me, this leads into my next example. The embodied understanding of messing up is that we laugh when we make mistakes, when we're confused, when we're not sure. Laughter yoga helps us get into this spirit of playfulness where we just accept what is and we laugh at ourselves, at our mistakes, our confusion, even our aches and pains. So some of these things have really shown up big time in my life, and I know that I'm not thinking about it. It's just happening. It's coming from this embodied understanding because I've practiced laughter yoga. So the point here is not that you need to do laughter yoga to remember that your feelings are telling you about your thoughts. You don't need to do anything for the three principles to work. The three principles describe how things already work. You don't need to do anything about it. What I'm telling you is that the more you look in this direction, the more you gain understanding of it through the body, not just through the mind and thinking about this and going, oh yeah, it makes sense. So laughter yoga teaches us lessons in that same embodied way that goes beyond just knowing, oh yeah, well, endorphins get created when we laugh, and so that lowers our perception of pain or increases our tolerance for it. Like, that's the intellectual part, but laughing automatically when that big thing fell on my foot, that's the embodied part. So that's what this whole series has been about, that laughter yoga can be a way of learning about the three principles in a more embodied way. And if you'd like to get a deeper understanding of this, send me a private message and let's have what I call a connection call. We'll just get to know each other a bit and understand what kinds of things are going on in your life that could be improved by having this understanding in your body. I call that 3-ply coaching. So 3 principles, 3P, LY, laughter yoga, 3-ply, and that's what we do. We also make these laughter demonstration videos for you every single day. We've been doing it for nearly 2 years. That's how we got to today, Laugh of the Day number 683. Because our mission is to inspire you to laugh on purpose every single day for a healthier, happier, and more peaceful world. Please subscribe to Daily Laughers on YouTube. Be part of our Daily Laughers Facebook community, and you can support us on Patreon to help us keep going, to help us be able to sustain bringing you these laughter lessons every single day, and there's no end in sight. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow with another Laugh of the Day video on Daily Laughers. Bye-bye.